Welcome to the Horror Chronicles, a chilling portal into the realm of mysteries and nightmares. Our story today is about a person who is Zuhari, or a bearer of physical signs. Join us as we delve into the secrets of the Zuhari children and the sinister forces that seek to exploit their supernatural gifts. Brace yourself for a haunting journey into darkness. A short intro, and we continue. Six-year-old Nadia and her brother were on their way to school when a black car with smoked windows pulled up next to them. A dark-skinned man, dressed in a woolen robe like Moroccans usually wear in winter, got out of the car. The man approached Nadia and took out some money from his pocket and quickly put it in her hand, while examining her palm carefully and staring into her eyes as if he was looking for something that no one knew. Then he said, "Come on, my daughter, buy some sweets, and don't forget to give them to your brother." Nadia did not say a word, and soon puts her hand in her brother's hand as they flee, because her mother always warns them to trust strangers, not to go with them or accept anything from them. But the man was faster than Nadia. He quickly put his hand on her mouth, and then carried her by force, and threw her into the bottom of his black car, which drove off at a crazy speed, leaving behind the little brother screaming with all his might, "Help me, they kidnapped my sister." The news was devastating for Nadia's family. Police investigations were launched immediately to arrest the kidnapper and return the missing girl to her family. The first hypothesis identified by the investigators in the reasons for the kidnapping was that the girl was believed to be Zuhari, and it was likely that she had been kidnapped by those searching for buried treasures. The police's suspicions were confirmed when the headless body of a girl was found dumped on the outskirts of the nearby forest. Nadia's mother accompanied the police to identify the body, and she quickly collapsed when she saw it and confirmed that it was her daughter's body. The scene was painful, so the poor girl was tortured, and her body was mutilated. Unfortunately, Nadia's story is not uncommon. Many innocent children are kidnapped, tortured, and killed every year, just because they have certain physical traits that witches believe are a sign of special abilities that enable these children to see and discover buried treasures, and without being harmed by the jinn who guard these treasures. Perhaps the most prominent example of the phenomenon of the Zuhari child is the one that became world famous through the story Aladdin and the Magic Lamp, where an evil magician tricked Aladdin into entering a cave full of traps to bring him magic. Misbah, although we are talking about it, in the case of Nadia, about real events that took place in some countries where there is a common belief that there are Zuhari children. But what is the meaning of the word Zuhari? What distinguishes Zuhari from other ordinary children? In the Moroccan dialect, the word Zuhari is derived from the word zur, which means dice in classical Arabic, an apparent reference to luck. Another hypothesis about the origin of the word links it to the book, Zohar, which is one of the most important books dealing with the philosophy of Kabbalah. The etymology may also be related to Venus, which is called Zara in Arabic, and is associated with the zodiac, wealth, and luck. However, in Moroccan popular culture, Zari means the one who is most fortunate because all things in the world are easy and open to him. God chose him from among millions to carry the torch of luck in the paths of life, but this blessing often turns into a curse for those lucky ones. According to folklore, this person has certain signs in his body, including the following. There is a clear line that cuts his tongue lengthwise. The palm of the right or left hand, or both, has a straight and continuous line that cuts it horizontally. One of his eyes has a slight squint. He has a special sparkle in his eyes that everyone can notice at first sight. His blood color is lighter than usual. He has a tuft of hair at the top of his head. There are other signs that skilled magicians know. Of course, it is not a requirement that Zuhari have all of these signs. He may only have some of them, but the more of these signs in his body, the stronger his abilities, and thus the more desirable he is by treasure hunters. But we can't help but ask, why did Zuhari have such superhuman abilities in the first place? The legend says that Zuhari has its origin from the jinn, and that its original parents replaced it with a human child at the time of its birth. So this child belongs to the jinn and is not afraid of them, and has the same supernatural senses. Thus, he can see things that a normal person cannot see or feel. For example, he can feel or know if a place contains buried treasure, and most importantly, he can access those treasures without being cursed or harmed by the jinn guarding those treasures. Accordingly, magicians or treasure hunters are looking for Zuhari to lead them to the treasures and help them get them, because they cannot do it themselves, because they are afraid of being cursed or harmed by the guardian jinn. But why would they kill the child after his mission was done? They do this as a sacrifice to appease the jinn and extinguish their wrath. Of course, in the end, the Zuhari child is a real character, not a fantasy. But the greed of some humans has no bounds. So many children are kidnapped and killed every year by the seekers of quick and easy luck. Even if it is at the cost of the life of an innocent child, all his fault is that he bears some physical signs that some fools see as signs of richness until they extract the treasures and traces monitored by the jinn guard. Through global statistics, there are about 5,000 Zuhari around the world in Asia and Africa in abundance, but you will find a few of them in European or Latin American countries. This is all the story of a Zuhari person. In the end, I hope to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications button to receive all new updates. Thank you for watching.